Hello everybody, welcome back to Phasmophobia. We are here with the Christmas update, and okay, hi Snowflake. We are going to take a look at, we were doing the amateurs for, the Amateur's Guide for Amateurs, and we were taking a look at the different difficulties and what exactly that means as far as what it looks like inside a map instead of just like what it says on the board. Now, Professional and Nightmare. I don't recommend as an amateur going into either one of those difficulties because it is for people who have played for a while to try out those difficulties. Can you, as an amateur, do a professional? Yes. Can you do a nightmare? Yes. Does it require a bit of luck? Heck yeah. Is there a huge chance of losing what little money you have during one of these events? Yes. Absolutely, which is the reason why I don't recommend either one of these. You don't get any money back if you fail. Period. No money back. Okay, but I did say that we were going to go in and take a look at what they are because we have this description here, but what does it look like inside a house that we've been in several times? What does it look like is the difference between the amateur, the intermediate, the professional, and the nightmare? What exactly changes for the player whenever you do these difficulties? Well, first let's look at what professional says. The ghost room can rarely change, which means the ghost room will change. At some point while you're hunting this ghost, it will move to another room. So you're going to take all of your items and move them to another room, and it could be a while before you even realize the ghost has moved. Which can be a bit of a pain because suddenly you're not getting any interactions, and you're like, oh geez, has the ghost moved to another room? And then you have to go find that room too. Professional and Nightmare both have the ability for the ghost to move. Nightmare, the ghost moves frequently. No setup time. There's no time on the board where you can absolutely not be hunted. You are huntable from the time you walk in the building, and with the new update to the ghosts, a demon can hunt you as soon as you walk inside the house. For reasons. And stuff, because the ghost is just having one of those kind of days, you know? He didn't have his coffee that morning, so it's gonna hunt. It's a possibility, you never know. Short hunt grace period, I explained this before, the hunt grace period is the time from when the ghost starts hunting to the time where it actively goes after somebody. So basically, the ghost appears, well, the ghost doesn't actually appear, the ghost is invisible, but it sits there for a certain amount of time, and I put those times on the last video. I don't think that those have changed. I don't know. I'm sure at some point they will have that up on the wiki on whether or not it's changed, and I'll put that in one of the videos if it has. There's a couple of cursed possessions that have changed things a bit, so we'll see. But basically, from the time the ghost starts the hunt to when it will actively come after you. Long hunt duration, it lasts for, I put those in the last video. Sanity pills restore a little sanity. Much fewer hiding spaces. What does this even look like? We're gonna go in there. I'm not taking any items in there with me. I'm just not. Let's go in and I will show you what that looks like, and then we're gonna pop out and take a look at Nightmare. Because neither one of these game modes do I play by myself. They're not very lucrative. I'll do those as a challenge while people are watching, but not just for randomly playing.
I've also written some notes on the whiteboard if you need them. We've had no reports of violence, but keep an eye out.
Okay, I'm almost positive it's coming out of that speaker. Almost positive. Okay, you still have your additional objectives, but you'll see that this timer is at 0. You don't have any setup time whatsoever. Just out of curiosity, you know, just in case we can get a ghost photo, why not? And of course I've got these. I'm gonna go take a peek around. We're gonna look at stuff and things really quick. If you're wondering why I'm not doing a video this week right now over the cursed possessions, that video is gonna come up later. Let's go get the... yeah, not here. Okay, it's in the garage. Breaker. Okay, just out of curiosity, that one is closed. And let's go over here. I will yank out the potato. Hang on. Wait for it. I must have the psycho potato. Okay, we're gonna have the potato as we walk around and look. It's like a worry stone. I'm gonna hold on to Psycho while we walk around the house. Because I'm scared. Okay, let's go over here, turn on all of the lights. the biggest thing... let's step outside so I can explain it. The biggest thing about Professional and Nightmare is the sanity management. Basically, with these two, you're going to have to pay very, very close attention to where your sanity is sitting. On Professional, we have these boards over here to keep an eye on our sanity, and Nightmare, you don't have them. You have to use the whatever board to try and figure out your sanity, which is not even guaranteed anymore. Nightmare is a difficult one. It's basically gambling with all of this stuff and things. So let's just take a look around. We have this one hiding spot. I know you guys have seen me hide here. The collision has been fixed in this update, so that's not a hiding spot anymore. Hold on. It just seems a lot lighter in here than it should be. I don't know why. That hiding spot is blocked. Oh yeah, this one's behind the door. Who puts light switches behind doors? It doesn't make sense. Stop doing it. Okay, so no hiding place in there. Our hiding place in there has been blocked. This hiding place is open. And, we've got a spine! Hold on. I must go drop something that's not really relevant right there. I'm holding on to the potato. Don't worry about it. Go ahead. Guys, we're gonna hold on to the potato. Let's go take a picture of the bone, so whenever we leave, at least we'll get a little bit of money for it. We're not gonna stick around for anything else, really. Okay. Hi. There's a good chance you're in here. I see you in here playing with the lights and stuff. I'm not seeing the cursed object that I could take a picture of. It's not down here. I should have at least invested in a better flashlight. It'd make this a whole lot easier. Okay. Like I said, I'm not sticking around because as of right now, I can technically be hunted. Don't do the thing. Don't do the thing. Please. Don't do the thing. Okay. Alright, so. You saw there's very few hiding places. It's not a really good time in here right now, you know? I don't... I'm just gonna take a picture of the cursed object really quick and leave. I don't see it. Where are you hiding? Not you, ghost. You can stay hiding. I'm not gonna take that ability away from you. You do you. I'm looking for one object and I will be out of your way. Don't even worry about it. Where is it? This is basically all I recommend early players to do. Oh, there we go. There we go. Alright, we got it. This is what I recommend. I know it's cheaty, so absolutely don't do this to try and earn money. Just don't. But if you feel the courage to do something like this... Okay, we're taking Psycho with us. We're gonna go in here and we're just gonna leave. That's really all I wanted to show. As far as a hunt, I don't recommend doing it. Now, if there's any objectives that are really quick to do, like I could throw a motion sensor in the house. Like if I brought all of my basic gear, the very, very minimum that I needed to do, which is basically like one of each item, just in case they calls for it in the objectives, you could bring those with you. Try and do any objectives that are listed up here that are easy to do. I wouldn't try any of the new cursed items in these modes. I just wouldn't. The cursed items are more of a novelty than helpful. Some of them can be used, and I'm actually experimenting, did a lot of experimenting. I know that the cursed items are fun, but while you're trying to make money early game, I recommend not using them. Just because the sanity that you're going to lose using those is not really worth it. Plus, if you bring any items and you happen to stab, say, the voodoo doll in the heart, or you break the Ouija board and it hunts, or you don't get away from the music box fast enough, you are going to get caught by the ghost and going to die and lose the money. So this is as an amateur telling another amateur, don't play with those. They might be fun, but if you're going to play with them, actively go in as if you're going to play with those. Don't bring your stuff with you. Just don't bring any of your stuff with you. Obviously get Psycho because he's good luck. But, go knowing you're going to play with the cool new items. Don't bring your things with you. That's what I've got to say about those. They are fun. Definitely play with them. Don't bring your stuff. That's an amateur telling another amateur, don't do it. As far as going into a professional, and if you're an amateur starting up this game and you're like, let me go in there and make some money. Well, let's find out. What exactly would we have made if we were doing this? I have no idea what kind of... I don't know. I think maybe the Mimic might be something that's going to happen more frequently, so I'm guessing that. I don't have any evidence. Go in, take a picture of the bone, take a picture of the cursed item, do whatever easy objectives you can do, and then leave. Don't worry about the ghost. Guess. And just out of curiosity, how much money would you make? And would it be better just to go ahead and do intermediate and have some more interaction with the ghost? I think it would be. But let's see. I honestly don't know how much money you would make on this run. Made 90 bucks.
Welcome back. I've prepared some jobs for you.
And it was a demon. Oh my god, thank god I got out of there. Because demons can hunt at any sanity, all they have to do is be pissy. So I made 90 bucks for walking in, getting a potato, taking a couple of pictures, guessing a ghost, and leaving. And that's all I did. I guess you could do that, but understand, like, this particular demon, the demon right here, could have actually hunted me while I was inside the house. And I would not have been prepared for it. No setup time, no, me just goofing off, I could have been hunted. Okay, now let's run into a nightmare mode, which, again, I'm not going to take. I'll take me a strong flashlight. Just so it's a little quicker and I can see easier. Select a job, and yet again, we are going to the same exact house so you can see the changes. Let's run in for a nightmare. This is the one that scares me. I've completed one nightmare mission the entire time I've been playing this update. The rest of the times I've died.
Got the intel. Looks like this is going to be a tough one. We've had reports of violence, and it looks like they left in a hurry.
Okay. Now this one, I'll tell you while we're in here so you can first off see how screwed we are. 2 of our boards are gone. One main one, our sanity, is gone. Our activity is gone. There is no setup time. The ghost will change rooms, and if you're playing in a group right now, this is not a big deal, but if you're playing in a group, the ghost can chain hunt. If during hunting it kills one of your teammates, it can continue hunting and find some more. If all of you are hiding in the exact same spot or the same room, the ghost will kill all of you. We have had full team wipes doing this. So be very, very careful if you're doing this as a group. Nightmare is probably not the best one to be playing around on. But I said we were going to try it out as an amateur going on these missions. What could we do? Well, same as professional. If there's anything on the board and you've brought all of your basic items, we could do a smudge stick. We might get a ghost event. Maybe. It depends on whether or not the ghost is interested in doing that. I would definitely not have the ghost chasing me. No, definitely not. Okay. Let's take this. Who knows? In the couple of seconds we're here, we could get a ghost photo. Now, what's my goal? Go in here, show you the hiding places, which this could very well get me killed too. I'm going to show you the hiding places and how much, how little hiding room we have. So, let's run and get the... Nope, not in here. Always makes me paranoid when I see that. Okay. Oh, thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. Please stop. Boom. Okay, I started hearing the heartbeat and you freaked me out. I was like, I was not taking him at all seriously because I was pretty sure that was a ghost event. But, okay. These areas blocked off. Hold on. Please don't. Please don't. Let's get the lucky psycho potato. Let's find... Okay, we are hunting the ghost. We've got the bone. We are hunting the cursed item. Could be over here. The mirror could be down there. I have done a whole lot of testing inside this room, trying to get to know where the hiding places are of the cursed items. Sometimes they still take a long time to find. We have one hiding place here. Where's it at? Okay, it's not in any of the places I've seen before, and there's no hiding place there. If that is indeed what it is. Plus, the mirror is sometimes hard to see depending on how it's sitting. Oh, there it is, there it is. Okay. Just curious. I heard him moving things around. I just want to see if like a quick EMF reading could tell me what kind of ghost. Okay. Alright, we're leaving. We're leaving! Now, you may call that absolutely chicken, and yes, it absolutely is. That was complete and utter cheese. So, don't do it. Don't do what I just did. As a matter of fact, don't go to Nightmare and do this, because it's absolutely cheesing and a horrible way to make money at the expense of the game. But in all seriousness, you could get hunted as soon as you walk inside the door, and it has happened to me on Nightmare before. A hunt started as soon as I've walked in the door. We did get the ghost event, so we did get one of the objectives, and we've got the ghost photo, oddly enough, the bone, and the voodoo doll. So that's all we've got. Now, what evidence do I have? I have no idea. Which one? Oni. I'm gonna guess Oni because we got a ghost event as soon as we walked in, and I think, if I'm not mistaken, the Onis nowadays do more ghost events. So I'm gonna guess. I'm just gonna guess. And I'm gonna leave. That's it. That's all. But you saw how few hiding places there are, and from going from one to another on the maps and the difficulties, every single time you play, it's a Banshee, okay? And I made $180. Which is more than you can make an intermediate, with all of the evidence. You see what I'm saying here? So absolutely do not do this. This is a bad idea. Don't do it. Okay, anyway, I got 10 interactions. I didn't see any of those interactions. Anyway, what I was saying is if you go in there and you just look for a couple of things on those two modes, the problem is if you get into that mindset of, I'm gonna go in here, I'm gonna get a couple of things, and then suddenly something's like giving you maybe that one piece of evidence, and you're like, I can stay here, and I can do the thing, and then you die and you lose all your stuff. Also, one thing that I didn't tell you about Nightmare, let me actually just pull this up because I wasn't going for any of the evidence, so it wasn't really a big deal. But, first off, the hunt duration, obviously, is longer. The ghost, okay, well, I'll just go through all of them. We've been through all of them. Almost no hiding spots, the fuse box is off, the sanity pills restore less, the kills increase the hunt duration, meaning if it kills one person, it can continue to hunt. Long hunt duration, short grace period, no setup time, the ghost room will change. The ghost will hide one type of evidence, which means that no matter what ghost you have, you only ever have two evidence. Now, with the Mimic, that kind of throws a wrench in the works, but you know if you've got 3 evidence and one of those happens to be any of the evidence for the Mimic, chances are you have a Mimic type of situation. But basically, I really and honestly, even though I was kind of joking about it, saying don't do it, it's horribly cheesy, those two are putting your items at risk. If you take in even the basic items to try and do any of the objectives, the longer you stay in the house, the lower your sanity is going to get, and the more chance you have of losing your items. It's a gamble. It's a really, really big gamble, especially if you start getting curious about the ghost because it gave you one type of evidence. You're just walking around and it gives you EMF 5 and you're like, maybe I can get that one more piece of evidence on Nightmare and I might be able to guess, you know, with a bit of accuracy what kind of ghost it is. Well, if you stick around trying to find that evidence, you could die. And then you lose your stuff. So I don't want anybody who's watching this series to get frustrated by any of the modes, which is the reason why I'm saying just don't do it. Stick to amateur and intermediate. Absolutely do not go to professional and Nightmare, take a couple of pictures of items and then leave because that's absolutely cheating. As that, you know, is probably cheating and you definitely shouldn't be doing those things. So that is what I have to say for this one. Just remember from each section, amateur, intermediate, professional, and Nightmare, all of the hiding places change, not just between amateur and amateur, intermediate and intermediate, but each time you go into that house, the hiding spots will change. So if you go in on one intermediate and you find the perfect place to hide, the next time you go into that exact same house, that hiding spot might be blocked. And it's the same for each and every single one of those. So be very, very careful. Learn the houses, learn where things are, learn where the cursed objects are, because that's a free picture basically. And we're going to get into a bit more later on. We're going to start playing around with a couple of the cursed objects, which is a very, very bad idea. But very, very cool and fun. So I'll see you in the next episode. You have a wonderful day, a wonderful night, and you stay shiny. Bye!